We're recording now, and this is Damnation with me and Jesse.
Well, I'll be damned.
And it's a really crappy game. I'm sorry, even if we weren't talking, we'd really hear this guy talking about his horrible.
Right away, there's a big flaw where
he's
Kunta
possessed.
Kinte here. I'm gonna get in a lot of legal trouble for that one.
So this is the
Sacagawea here.
This is the Civil War, and Abraham Lincoln,
Lincoln?
makes all these
Prescott.
robots to beat the South.
Yeah.
And then
I'm liking the story so far.
somehow they
It's very steampunk. That's cool.
Somehow they turn bad and they create these Nazi robots.
Yeah.
And they all lead us into damnation.
You know, you point at the screen, they can't.
They know that I did though.
Well, now.
The weird voice.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out! No!
It's the automatons.
I don't know why these people are trying to fight these guys with little pistols and rifles against these giant 10 feet tall robots that have grenade launchers. I would probably get that gun.
It's Sally Ride. No, it's probably more like Debbie Does Dallas. You know, look at her. I mean,
they do a really bad job of women in this game.
So do a lot of bad games. I find that most, because Ride to Hell had a problem with that too.
Yeah.
I find the most
Their name is PSI. Their name is PSI.
Why is that? Why? You tell me.
Because
why
they're
that's funny.
robots. Like pressure, PSI, they're robots.
And I guess it would be what, steam powered at this point?
Samurai Jack fucking.
No, it's Samurai that looks like somebody from Mass Effect.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say somebody from the Civil War.
No.
Samurai Stonewall Jackson.
I guess it kind of looks like Kasumi.
I don't know who that is.
Dude, I know we talked about it earlier. Mass Effect's so good. I need to beat 3.
Do you have 3?
Yeah, I bought the trilogy, which is a pretty good deal. There's an ad for it after following the video.
I can ride my super speed bike.
So I don't know if it's louder for you all, but we can't hear a word of this.
It's not. I've tried.
Yeah.
To make it louder.
It's just.
But whenever the trailer ends, everything gets super loud, and
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be able to be heard.
So these are our main characters. We have
Doc Jones in the back.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
What's your player character's name? Do you know? I know the other two. It's Rourke and
I think I'm Rourke. Am I Rourke?
Maybe. Is the girl Yokiken? Yokiken. I guess she's Native American, which is a cool name, really, for Native American. I made fun of the name originally, but I kind of like it.
As you can tell, she's in her super fighting outfit.
Mm-hmm. No, it's totally +3 to all defenses.
Every girl would fight in that. I like that. I like what you did there. +3 defenses. I like that.
So we're starting the game.
Everything's loud.
As you can see, it's definitely trying to be...
I think it looks really Gears of War.
Yeah, I was going to say Gears of War, but it's third person. No, Gears of War's third person too. Yeah, you're right. But is it bad? The main reason I think it's not Gears of War is because, well, first of all, the camera is way too,
You can do this and move yourself forward. W and D makes you move forward.
Only moving left and right makes you go forward?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is kind of strange.
Like, look at me dodging your bullets.
See, I don't know. I guess I think of it more like an Uncharted type thing. Because look, it's third person. Even that menu. Although this reminds me of Metroid Prime 1. There's some things you have to shoot right away to get it far side. It's like the first playable thing.
Come on, it's easier than it looks.
You can do this
I almost
too.
feel like that's an instant to other games.
I just dove.
This is kind of like, you use
here.
Dove soap? This is kind of like a Ride to Hell that's like more forgotten about. Because this is more like 4 out of 10, where Ride to Hell's more like a 3 out of 10. And you tend to remember the more egregious.
I really
fuck-ups.
didn't think this game was terrible
The gate's
for a
jammed.
while.
We must
To be honest, it doesn't seem that bad. It just seems ridiculous in concept and...
It's just like... It's like an Uncharted.
There's probably the
Gears
last
of War.
unbroken panes of glass
There's a
in
lot
the
of
city.
like... You climb around and
Yeah,
stuff.
look at the way like the
So
camera
showing us
moves. It's
damage
very
to
Uncharted-esque. How you like... Although, I think it was Uncharted... Or no, maybe it was Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time that started this thing where it's like, you know, you grab on ledges and
They
then you
started
run
the
up and
time
you grab
travel
more
thing,
ledges.
That was
What?
the
Sands of Time had time travel. Yeah,
They
you could
started
go back
that.
in time when you died.
They were
Braid
first people
Braid
to do
used that.
First people
I don't know if they
ever
were
used
first.
it.
I don't know if
No,
that's.
they were.
they?
Yeah.
How? I mean, what other games have you seen that
Hope we
mechanic
can make it in
to like have a debate about it? A lot. Name some. Braid, I already did. I can't think of that many. Like a necessity to go back in time. Well, it wouldn't even in Sands of Time. It wasn't even a necessity. It was like. Are these good guys?
Grab the line
Oh
and
no, those
let's
are
get
broken.
to the
You
bridge.
You get to slide
You know, it
down.
doesn't look too awful.
It doesn't.
Planning on letting
Or it's
go.
fun, I guess, but it's still just
When did this come out? 11?
long time
Oh really?
2000.
It kind of does remind me of a PS2 game.
Take cover.
Looks a lot like a PS2 game. Apparently there's collectibles, which, I mean, I guess there wasn't Uncharted. I still need to play Uncharted 3. Have you played Uncharted 3?
I think so. I don't remember.
It's like the desert one.
They get. Oh, yeah, you gotta revive this guy.
We definitely care about him. Winslow. So you're Rourke, I guess. He's Winslow.
Yeah. Hey,
The
like
chick is Yoki.
Use those, they explode.
That's pretty cool.
It's a cool game mechanic, not like
Yeah.
in any other game we know about. And
Not most.
shoot exploding barrels to kill everybody.
I would love to read the back of the box. Was this ever sold in stores? This is only- Wasn't I think Ride to Hell was sold in stores.
I'm getting destroyed.
The screen changes based on how much damage you've taken. I feel like we go too half measure on our irony, because we interspace irony of like, oh man, that's so great when it's not, and then like, this game's fucking stupid. So it's like we like half in the bag, half. Well, I don't know. It's kind of nice when you intersperse things together. It's like half in the bag does this thing where, at least on, I guess several reviews, well some of them like Grown Ups too, totally sarcastic, but
I did not like Crumbs too.
I don't think anyone did. I think that's the point. I think they made it so it'd be disliked. And no, it was totally, I mean, it's really a 10 out of 10 once you realize it's just a modern statement on sequels. I mean, that totally testifies all of its own flaws. It's intentional.
Over here.
Yeah.
In here. You can scale the buildings
They just-
closer to the bridge. Rourke.
That excuse is interesting when it's like, yeah, but it's supposed to be like that to prove a point. Like, that's what Spec Ops got in so much trouble for. Spec Ops The Line. It was the game that was supposed to be like, hey, war isn't fun, we should stop making video games about war. To some degree, at least. Like how, you know, we don't want to glorify war. And then, like, it actually, like, subverted a lot of, like, or I guess it used a bunch of, like, classic FPS tropes, but it also used them in, like, a way that was, like, either awful or not fun or tedious or mundane. And, like, it got, like, you know, I think, like, 7s across the board. And then one of the biggest flaws was like, well, it's trying to
Give it a
prove a
try,
point,
Captain.
but it's
Well done.
doing it and making it boring. Just because they're like doing it for a reason doesn't make it any fun to play.
Heads up.
And
Stop
it's
the
interesting to
suspects.
see how like the
Find
degree
some
that which
cover
you can
while I get their
justify
attention.
those kind of mistakes
I
or I guess intentions. No, I haven't played it either, but it's in this pack. I want to get.
What's it on?
History, I think. Because there's a pack that's like Borderlands 2,
Oh,
Mafia
it's in
2,
that
Spec
pack.
Ops: The Line, and like I want to play all three of those
It's a
things.
great game, and I'm really wanting Mafia 3 to come out.
I am getting sick. I've realized this recently, like watching the review for Dead Island. I am getting sick of Borderlands-esque open world. FPS open world games. I couldn't care less about them anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because my slow
Watch 'em
crawl to
learn,
finish
people.
Borderlands,
This old dog
I'm like
still
level
has a few
20,
tricks.
but I've logged like 16, 17, 18 hours on it. And then I'm probably like more like 25. It just makes me think like, why the hell were we in such a phase of open worldness now?
Just to interrupt you, I really hate when games show you instructions about how to complete the next
Yeah,
area in the
yeah.
game.
Well, that's like one of the most common criticisms
Come
of
on.
games these days.
Keep your
Like
eyes on the
single
mark
items.
and you'll be
Watch
fine.
his insane muscles.
Holy shit! It's Adonis.
You can. Oh, what?
You went for the flag instead of the pole.
I missed the second. You can continue now.
No, I'd like to talk about this. Whatever I was talking about, I don't really remember. When I was young, any kind of swing on the hook things, any kind of tropes like that in video games, I hated.
Really?
Because I could never get them right. I feel like I could get the timing down on all the jumps and Crash Bandicoot and all the very specific. Because that shit got hard. Especially 2. I think 2 was the. Well, no, 1 was really difficult too, but 2 felt more intense at all times.
Make it quick. Prescott seems to have
Yeah, this is
improved his
totally an
targeting
Uncharted
system.
Did you see
This
that
is
gap?
totally-
I
knew
just
you would.
jumped.
This is without a doubt an Uncharted ripoff, or at least an Uncharted-esque game, because it's like platforming mixed with action, you know, and also dialogue with the characters that is developed when you are making platform jumps.
Blocked. We need to get through or around this
We
wall.
find this robot.
Yeah.
Professor
How
Winslow.
far have you made it?
The
You need to stop me
explosives.
when you get to the place where you've never played anymore.
What do we
It's
have
like-
here? The Artemis is out for peace.
We find that robot and to get on here.
Prescott.
Then we have this
Oh,
random
Which-
cutscene.
I don't like when games. Well, I guess. Well, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You have to have them sometimes.
Yeah.
We have this random like flash
Flashback.
yeah,
Oh,
like
I see what you mean.
ghost.
Look at that face. Wow.
This is a magic game now too.
Yeah.
Sorcery. Or either they're saying like Indians have magical powers.
Voodoo.
Mhm.
I'm kind of confused. I could care less about this.
Again, the audience super quiet
And then loud
during
again.
the cutscenes.
I'm kind of confused why Betrayer is getting as bad reviews as it is.
I'm not able to separate the cannon from
So we
the frame.
played it,
But
and
I did
honestly-
design many of this old boy's basic control
you know.
systems.
I mean, it was fine.
It should recognize simple
It had some
instructions.
flaws, but I was interested.
TDX 243. Engage primary weapon.
There's probably
You two
stuff
had better
that we
step
haven't
back.
gotten to.
Yeah,
This
we only
could
logged
be
like an hour and a
dangerous.
half.
TDX 243. Fire primary weapon.
It just
TDX 243.
Blew out a wall
Disengage
for us.
primary weapon systems.
what a boring.
On second thought.
I said it looks
Anyone
nice.
following us?
Another.
Shoot
Yeah,
them.
it's just
Here
like
we
the
go.
same environment.
This is the path you should take to get out.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, my kind of like child video game is like, man, I really want to climb that thing. Because ever since Super Mario 64, where instructions were given to you as scale the pyramid, scale the mountain, the word scale makes climbing seem so much more adventurous.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not being sarcastic. I legitimately mean that.
Yeah. There's like that's like
So I kind of got that mindset.
it's like whenever you're like police officers can't use words, self-incriminating words, in an like in an
But
every
that's
like
you have the right to remain silent?
no like I don't know how to explain. Like if you
Police officers can't use
like
self-incriminating words.
if you're not self-incriminating, that's the wrong word to say, but like if you say things like here's a better example. Like if you're interviewing a child about something and you're like, so I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you say certain words, they'll automatically like agree with you or not. If you say something like,
Oh shit!
I'm drawing a blank about how to explain
And I
myself.
can't fill in those blanks without.
I know.
I would circle E. Not enough information given.
Way forward is through the courtyard. Guts and glory, bullets and blood.
I'll think of it later and then interrupt you
Need
and
to keep climbing. The building
I
beside
guess
the bridge.
to return to what
That's
I
our
was
way
saying,
up.
there's something about this vertical ascent that just naturally attracts me to a video game. Like horizontal ascent, horizontal like voyages. Like looking at in The Last of Us, like it showed you the big, you know, how many times in the distance, and it'd be like, oh, that's where you can go, and that's nice. But then, you know, of course, it's not a straight path. But when you're climbing, and this is one thing Prince of Persia, the newer one, did really well. It was just no subtitles. You would just, oh man, you would just like climb things, and I think that's why I like Dark Souls as much as I do, because it's at least the first one. I don't know the second one enough to know. first one was so interconnected, but it was all vertical. Things would build on top of each other. When you looked at like the width displacement of area on this big 3D map that you could download online, it didn't really go that far. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, some areas were not even connected because you're like warped there, but everything that you could actually walk to was just like here, then here, then here, then here, and like kind of layered, and it was all like a top to bottom thing. But it wasn't like, oh, you know, platforms, swing on things, climb ropes, jump up. It was just natural, and it never felt weird. But then when you figured out where you were, I know, I'm slowly realizing it's. I can think of very few things that would change.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that whole series. I'm saying specifically that game. Although I like Demon's Souls. I started with Demon's Souls a lot. I like it.
I think I'd probably play it, but I can't see myself playing enough. Like, I wouldn't get into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had kind of a lull with games. Like, I didn't find Thief very fun. Kind of got bored with it.
What's your law?
I don't know. It's like, they just aren't entertaining me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there is the whole, like, okay, I guess... It's almost like there's two main reasons to complete a game.
Yeah.
One, because it's fun. Two, because you have some other desire. You have some, like, maybe just inherent need to finish a game you maybe bought.
Yeah.
You know, when you rent a game, it's no biggie, I guess. That one sucked. Mercenaries 2. Fucking awful.
Get to the roof, and we will be able to reach the bridge.
I liked it, but I never played the first one, so...
The first one was flawed, but, you know, a decent game. The second one...
What was so
And
bad
I
about
could
it?
never, you know, I was just gonna say that. I could never pinpoint it. There was something so immediately unlikable about that second game of the series. And you notice there hasn't been a third one.
It's because their studio got shut down.
By EA.
Yeah, by EA.
Really? By EA?
Yeah, they bought whatever the company is.
I can't remember what it was.
Pandemic, I think.
Oh, that's the same. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
They made those two?
Mm-hmm.
I think Battlefront 3 is actually being made.
Yeah.
Well, because, I mean, it was being
The
made.
fourth one's out. Yeah. Are you thinking about Battlefront? The Star Wars game? It's also being made. I'm just gonna take a drink. Acts like that didn't happen.
No. I'm going to let you rewatch the tapes.
First rate.
See what happened.
What did you say?
When are we gonna get to somewhere new? Like, I'm not even playing this and it's boring me.
Dude, this game gets crazy in a minute. It
Rourke, over here.
You haven't played that
Gets-
before, have you?
yeah.
Really?
Find a
I
leverage
got
point
into-
and follow
Oh,
me.
you can double jump off walls. That's a pretty cool feature.
Oh, Jesus.
It gets really finicky.
The
and-
more I spend time with this, the more I'm realizing it's not just like a mediocre game. It's just these unlikable tropes are here. How about you have fun with them because everyone likes them? They don't.
Oh, yeah, we can't.
Games that did a good wall jump. Most Mario games have
Always
a
impressive,
pretty good
Rourke.
wall
Ratchet
jump.
and Clank.
Well done.
Yeah, I liked the wall jump in Ratchet and Clank.
Best wall jump in the game.
Well,
I mean,
okay, I don't know if it was the best wall jump in the world.
No.
I tend to like maybe Galaxy's wall jump actually.
you played so many games that I don't know about.
The more uncommon, or I guess it's kind of an uncommon opinion, is that Mario Galaxy 2 is just for whatever reason not fun, and Mario Galaxy 1 is pretty good.
Never a Mario guy. Not a platformer guy. I should say that.
See, I'm totally platform designed. Like, I feel like I was, some part of me was just like designed to like jumping around. Like, okay, on top of the fine arts building in our college, there's a ledge that looks like it's like climbable.
Jump off?
And, like, I mean, if I fall, I'm gonna die. So that's kind of the main difference. Oh, you're where you saw earlier.
I'm on the bridge where the instructional
Is that
tutorial.
a tanker? What is that? Is that Rusty Bucket Bay? The color scheme reminds me of Rusty Bucket Bay a good amount.
This is like a giant oil
Hanging a
container.
bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice to see the height thing. My big thing in video games is when you can see in a pretty good detail previous areas you've been. three games I know that did this really.
He's just a crab crawling in front of me.
Going to the speed of light too. The three games I know that did like seeing areas in the background very, very well.
Walk. Yakiken, over here.
Would be Dark Souls. You know, go figure. Jack and Daxter was really cool with that. You could see like artifacts, like the Zeppelin in what's the name of this one area, or like the spinning wheel at the top of the Forbidden Forest. And God of War. I was so reluctant to like God of War.
I liked God of War, but I didn't beat it or play it.
I beat it and played it. No, I didn't beat it.
Cowards!
Or play it.
Sons of dogs! Sending machines to do
This-
your bidding.
This
Fight
is
like
pretty
men.
interesting. This
Thank
guy.
God. I thought everyone was dead.
I'm Professor Charles Winslow. This is Captain Hamilton Rourke of the Coalition. And Yakiken, daughter of Kilcannon.
Yo, kickin'!
Professor Winslow.
You get to get on this
An
thing.
honor.
Ramon Seferio Zagato.
Son of His Eminence, Governor
Really?
Lagonda Seferio Zagato. At your service. Rourke,
We got to talk to
Heard
everyone
about you.
films.
Where are the rest of your men?
there
Dead.
are no other men.
We were expecting a force from Terra Verde.
We sent
Oh,
word
second
to the
recording.
governor that an attack on Aerotree was
video.
imminent.
Just cut it.
The word was received.
Sure.
I am the force from Terra Verde.
No other men?
It never came.
My father is an old
Conspiracy?
and
I think
stubborn
so.
man. He believes Prescott is
Who's
his friend.
Prescott? Do we know?
This guy.
You are it?
That's
You
no,
guys
it's not.
Come alone?
Who's Prescott?
I came without his
Your
blessing,
guy?
and I've wiped
No,
the
your
record
guy.
of these
Here.
motherless sons.
No, he
twice
said it was like
already.
Lagonda. Prescott
don't
was
know
in the
when to quit.
newspaper at the beginning.
Oh wait,
Right
Prescott's the
side.
guy who
Dead.
runs Terra
Calling on
Verde.
serum.
PUSI. PUIS.
Addictive substance
Piss.
developed during the war by PSI to enhance the soldiers'
There it is. PSI.
I'm almost positive this gun is like
Makes them
an
10
earthquake.
times stronger and crazy as hell.
You're shaking a lot. I mean, it's like, hey, it's realistic. I don't.
They're about to shoot us point blank with this giant freaking.
Taking out the bridge.
Who
You
does
three
that?
hold them off. I'll prepare the charges.
I can't care about it, and I don't know why. Like
Ow.
even with Last of Us, there was this. Yeah,
Almost there.
I beat the game. Not too long ago.
Gravitate most of the work.
Even with Last of Us, there was this like reluctance that what I was doing is I didn't.
To detonate the charges.
I mean, towards the end, yeah.
Did I need to do something out there? Did tell me?
It's like, look at this set. I think I'm very, very much inspired by like the geographical like design of the location I'm in, which is why Dark Souls is so important to me. But like this, like I don't care. I guess the reason the wear element is so important to me is because I'm trying to empathetically exist through the character I am. Jesus.
Yeah.
And with this, like, I don't like bridge. I even like bridges. I'm not even kidding. No, I'm not even kidding. I enjoy a good fight on a bridge. I enjoy a good bridge level. I think
Bridge battle. Battle to the bridges.
boss fight. It's the ninja.
No, he's saving that woman that is
Oh, it's Debbie Dallas.
with her
Did we see her butt?
gator skin. No, I don't think so. Probably. I don't know.
I swear I've seen that guy before. It's the
Quiet
same-
cutscene again.
Oh, sorry, we won't talk.
They're building bridges.
Skate parks. Look like a half pipe.
It did.
I think it was really funny. In Metroid Prime, they have this thing you can use a
Okay, they just killed that flower. They killed the last flower on the earth.
I can see
with
flower. I
that.
can see a tree in the background. I can see multiple trees.
They killed the last flower. Blimp! That's our escape route. It's a blimp. They have a giant cannon, and we're escaping on a slow-ass blimp.
I don't see any problem.
Like, it's okay. Just gonna escape on this blimp. What's that blimp that blew up and killed people?
The Hindenburg?
The Hindenburg. We're gonna be the Hindenburg in a minute.
I don't know. When I think of blimps, I don't think of
That wasn't a blimp. That was a
the Hindenburg was a
It's a different term. It was,
no. It was a blimp,
Oh, he's got ass kicked by a
but it was like a different blimp. It
Yes.
was more. Hell, it was more of a zeppelin.
Is it Zeppelins?
I think.
Yeah, I think it was like the largest Zeppelin at its time.
It's pretty big. What year did that happen?
A long time ago. That was before.
I think it was
Oh,
after
oh.
Titanic, though.
Yeah, it was before World War One because it was a Nazi. It was a German blimp.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Oh, the Hindenburg. That makes sense.
it was crossing the Atlantic.
Did it happen? So that mean before
It happened in
Titanic was
America.
like what 8 years before World War
I'm
One?
almost positive it happened in America, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crossing Atlantic,
Uh-huh.
coming to America.
Was Titanic 1912? I think so. So what? Wow, it's interesting that like two of the most like the biggest vehicular tragedies happened around the same time.
Yeah, it was filmed too, which was crazy.
Yeah.
that was a crazy.
That's
part
where
about
the I think the humanity comes from.
Yeah.
Some guy's watching it and he just goes, "Oh, the humanity."
it. YouTube. That wasn't right. That was not right.
I mean, it's probably on YouTube.
It is.
I mean, I'm not gonna shout dictionary when I think about words. Oh, it's Yokikin, the person who should aptly be called Yokikin.
He's giving us some. He's predicting the future or something.
I'm not gonna lie, the camera work of the zooming into a person's eyes who's having a vision, it's gotta be one of the dumbest, like, shit, like, in terms of like video game cinematography. I don't understand how they could be, like, farther off from originality.
It's bad. And I don't know. We don't know what's happening yet. Oh. Just some. Oh, those are bad people though. I know that. Oh, that must be the ringleader.
He looks like a Blackbeard, or maybe more of a Steven.
These are pirate robots. Ninja pirate robots.
There we go. Question.
We just talked about this.
Poll.
actually.
Where?
And Winslow.
Oh, I thought you meant. Never mind. Okay. All the people that are going to comment on this. Basically, Nick. Ninjas,
He better too. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be mad.
pirates, or robots? I want a 500-word essay on why pirates is the objectively correct answer.
Due by November 2015. They did good work with that fire graphics.
Looks like her
Those.
hand is in the fire. Is that it?
What?
That's the line
Oh,
that
he's gonna
gives us
stab
the
her.
silence.
Oh, they're in love. Oh, he gave her blue.
You know what I never thought about until I watched Up, actually.
Up is a good movie.
Up is great.
I cried.
I cried too. But that's isolated. Up is better than Wall-E. Do you agree? Come on. I'm not saying come on agree, I'm saying come on make a decision.
First off, there should definitely be a Wall-E 2.
Second of all, I disagree completely.
Why?
Actually, that would be first of all. I'm not going to
That
play
leaves
second of
you
all.
so open-ended with the world.
Sequels shouldn't exist because of the success of the first one. If you plan out to be a series, which is usually a fantasy book adaptation, which I don't like anyway. I mean, I'm not a big fan of sequels, but I will pass them off. But sequels shouldn't exist because the first one was so popular. Think about how much recent times that has been defined by that. Pixar has normally been
why is that
outstanding about that.
Why is that wrong?
Because do we need to go to Metacritic and look at
Is
like
Madagascar made by Pixar?
scores? No,
They're both
DreamWorks.
Yeah.
The only sequels Pixar's ever done, I think, well, technically
Cars.
Monsters University, but Cars and Cars 2. Cars 2.
Monsters University was freaking great!
I never even heard anything
It
about
was
it. I don't remember hearing anything about it.
Great!
See, that's cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like this shot.
It is a
it's
pretty
kinda,
cool blimp, but it is kind of lame. Blimps are kind of lame.
I don't know.
To be using
I
in
disagree.
warfare.
I mean, yeah, but it's also like supposedly the Civil War.
It's pretty bad at...
Top 10 airships in video games. Go. It's one in Final Fantasy 7. It's all 10. That's probably not
I
true.
can't even think of any other blimps in any other video games.
There is
Actually...
did not. Oh, actually, a Call of Duty game had a pretty. It wasn't an airship, but it was a plane level. I think it was the one for the GameCube. It was like big. Oh my God! What the hell is this?
Dude, we're crossing the world in our blimp to
Boomtown. You want to stop now? We can record it. I mean, we can just split it and come back. So we don't have to split it. It's part 2.
Okay.
Well, no, we should probably make
Wait,
sure we get to a
yeah.
like stopping location.
Stippity, stop it.
Oh, is Zagato with us now?
Did
Did we gain him as a party member?
He's...
Can we select when he comes out?
No, you can't do shit with him. He just kind of like...
think.
This is where I stopped.
Really? Okay, so
FYI.
cool. So we're going to be going into.
Yep. It's a blimp.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much. It's like, hey,
I think it's because
here's what's clearly a video game.
I think it's because he sprints hardcore at this rope. He hits
The
it and it
miners are
stays still.
insane.
Yeah, that's also probably
It
it.
doesn't move. Plus, they're sliding down a rope, like a twine woven rope.
That's
not like
true. I don't know. I don't like things when things like look objectively like video games, but then in a sense, I'm a platform gamer, which is weird because in platforming games you see things that are most like, okay, well, why is that there? Why is that platform floating? So I don't know. I guess I'm just picky. And like when I'm playing a game like this, I want realistic environments. I want detail. And Last of Us is brilliant on that. But I like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously this isn't.
that's a detail. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
I mean, it's
Look at it.
it's really not the worst lighting I've seen on the wall. I'm sure Mason would disagree, but
Look at it. No wires.
there's a
Nothing.
screen tear going on.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
All right.
It's still live.
So hopefully this isn't above like 35 minutes. I think is the cutoff I want to say, but it's probably like 40. So we're gonna stop here, and then come back immediately. But
After I do this. Woo!
that was so good.
Okay.